Welcome to another edition of the Gringo Show. Glad to have you back with us. A lot of news happening this week, so let's get right to it. The Mexican government has continued its fight against U.S. gun makers after a judge last month dismissed a lawsuit that claimed that the makers of weapons should be held responsible for the violence in Mexico due to the amount of guns that are fabricated in the United States. They have decided to appeal that judge's decision, but also doubled down this week by issuing new lawsuits to 6 different plants in Arizona. Remember, the U.S. has very loose laws, makes guns, and then they are smuggled into Mexico to fight a drug war that is being waged to supply Americans with drugs. May I suggest another lawsuit, though, while we're on the lawsuit thing? Mexico should sue Taco Bell for its attempts to claim that it is Mexican food. Sorry, we don't put shredded American cheese and lettuce on our tacos. Thank you very much. In a deal made with the Mexican government last week, the Biden administration announced that it would accept up to 24,000 Venezuelan migrants seeking refuge in the United States. They would have to have someone who legally lives in the U.S. to vouch for them and prove they would have the funds to take care of them. In return, migrants would be granted a work visa for up to 2 years. Anyone caught illegally would be sent back to the country they tried to enter from. And guess what? No one's taken a cruise to Canada to get in. So then it becomes Mexico's problem. AMLO announced this week that they will only go 1 for 1. For every Venezuelan the U.S. accepts, Mexico will accept 1 who illegally entered, with a cap of 24,000. So the question is, what happens with the rest? Will Florida Governor Ron DeSantis invite them for an all-expenses-paid trip to the island of Martha's Vineyard like he did last month? These are people who crossed the dangerous jungle of the Darien Gap, countless country borders, and then through Mexico because they are searching for a better life. So something has to be done. The semifinals of the Liga MX kicked off this week, and I was freaking out. It's October, and I was like, playoffs?
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
The tournament usually happens in late November, but because the World Cup gets started just a little under 1 month from now, club play has been pushed up. This year, it's Monterrey, the green sausage capital of Toluca, Darth Vader's favorite team, Club America, and the pastis land of Pachuca. Pastis because I don't think there's anything else I can say about Pachuca. Like what is famous in Pachuca? And Dirty John from Dallas, I didn't say Pachuga, okay? Get your mind off that. The finals will be next week, and then we'll gear up for another second-round exit of the Selección Mexicana. What? I'm just lowering expectations so we can be pleasantly surprised so they move forward. Calm down there, guys. Chiapas has been dealing with a bit of poisoning recently. Over 40 people were sickened over the weekend, and 1 person dead after pork served at a party in the municipality of Las Margaritas was contaminated and caused many people to be ill. Kosher observing Jews everywhere were like, I told you so. I knew it. And ironically, the town that has happened is called Las Margaritas. So are we sure it was the pork and not the official alcoholic beverage of that town? By the way, is the name of the main road in the town Sin Sal? Dad jokes, I know, just all over the place. This is after news last week. Dozens of high school students in the Chiapas municipality of Bochil were also sickened by involuntarily ingesting cocaine. Authorities are investigating the matter, but that kid in the corner has been very quiet. No, honestly, a lot of jokes here, but hoping for the best of the people who were sickened. Hope everyone is okay now. Time Out this week published its list of the 51 coolest neighborhoods in the world. And on the very top of that list, Colonia Americana in Guadalajara. It was included in the list with places in Montreal, New York, San Diego. So a colonia next to the Centro of Guadalajara is the coolest in the world. Many people were surprised, including vecinos who were like, oh, hipsters love watching my car get stolen, huh? Another one said, oh, these guys love the artwork of sneakers hanging on the electricity wires and the drug dealer on my corner. All kidding aside, the Colonia has cool nightclubs and, oh my God, that Torta Abogada store is just amazing. A lot of our viewers are watching us from Jalisco, so please let us know, what do you think? Is it the coolest neighborhood in the world? Tell us. That does it for this edition of The Gringo Show. Thanks for staying with us. If you've enjoyed the show, please make sure you like us on Facebook or YouTube, because we read the papers, watch the news, and scroll through social media to share with you what's happening right here in Mexico, so you don't have to. Have a great week.
Gringo, Mexico is laughing thanks to you.